Hello everybody, welcome back. Sorry for the 2-day delay. I was at my parents' place, and when I'm distracted, being around people, I tend to forget the time, and then by the time I remember it, it's 9 p.m. and I'm already in bed. So I just want to apologize for that. I'm usually pretty good, but not this weekend. Anyway, it is Sunday night, 7 p.m., and I'm going to be reading 1 Corinthians chapter 14. I'm only going to read half the chapter because it's 40 verses long, and it's already late. I mean, I know that 7 p.m. isn't, super late, but I have trained myself, or my brain has trained myself to go to sleep by 8 p.m., so I'm getting close to getting tired. So I'm reading half the chapter, beginning with 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 1. Follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy. If ye that speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto men, but unto God, for no man understandeth him. Yeah, well, that doesn't exist no more. We don't speak in tongues. When you speak in tongues, no. We don't do that no more. Howbeit in the Spirit he speaketh mysteries. But he that prophesieth speaketh unto men to edification and exhortation and comfort. He that speaketh in an unknown tongue edifieth himself, but he that prophesieth edifieth the church. I would that ye all spake with tongues, but rather that ye prophesied. No. Oh my gosh. No! Sorry, I'm using your post. Where was I at? I would that ye all spake with tongues, but rather that ye prophesied. For greater is he that prophesieth than he that speaketh with tongues, except he interpret, that the church may receive edifying. Now, brethren, if I come unto you speaking with tongues, what shall I profit you? Absolutely nothing. Except I shall speak to you either by revelation, or by knowledge, or by prophesying, or by doctrine? Nothing. And even things without life-giving sound, whether pipe or harp, except they give a distinction in the sounds. How shall it be known what is piped or harped? See, he's making an example. For if the trumpet give an uncertain sound, who shall prepare himself to battle? Yeah. Me playing a terrible trumpet line, people think, oh, we're going to war because it sounds like a war horn. No, it's just Bethany playing a trumpet. So likewise ye, except ye utter the tongue's word easy to be understood, like English or wherever you are in the country, speak your own language. I don't know, people that speak tongues, I don't know. I just feel like it's just weird and I don't know, I would love to be friends with someone. I mean, I am, but I don't want to offend them. But someone that's someone who has walked away from that past of speaking in tongues to really try and give me a good reason why people need to speak in tongues. What does that do? It just confuses people. It makes people think that you, got a concussion. I don't know. It's pointless. I mean, stop it. There are, it may be, so many kinds of voices in the world, and none of them is without signification. Therefore, if I know not the meaning of the voice, I shall be under him that speaketh a barbarian. It's an insult to anybody that speaks in tongues. It's called a barbarian by Paul. I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just so against tongues because I don't think that people realize just how powerful Satan is. That Satan can intertwine something in that tongue, the tongues you're speaking, and it can give out, I don't know. I mean, that's really extreme. But, I mean, I think that I'm just taking a little bit too far. But Paul says don't do it. I mean, we don't need to do it anymore. That was like back in like the old times in the Bible where it was needed. Now, of course, I'm not a Bible scholar. I don't read the Bible enough to really know why we did or why they did back in the old times of the Bible, but there was a significant reason behind it. Don't ask me, because I don't know anything. Even so ye, for as much as ye are zealous of spiritual gifts, seek that may be excel to edify of the church. Ow, what am I sitting on? Wherefore, let him that speaketh in an unknown tongue pray that he may interpret. Okay, yes. For if I pray... You know what? Now that I'm reading this, I think that I'm going the wrong direction. I don't think that Paul is saying don't do it. I think Paul is saying don't do it unless, you have a clear... Unless people have a clear understanding of what you're saying. Because it says the gift of interpretation. So, well, I think I got that wrong. But still, we don't do it anymore. Let's keep reading. Wherefore, let him that speaketh in an unknown tongue pray that he may interpret. For if I pray in an unknown tongue, my spirit prayeth, but my understanding is unfruitful. What is it then? I will pray with the spirit, and I will pray with the understanding also. I will sing with the spirit, and I will sing with the understanding also. Elsewhere thou shalt bless with the spirit, and shall he that occupieth the room of the unlearned say Amen at thy giving of thanks, seeing he understandeth not what thou sayest. For thou verily givest thanks well, but the other is not edified. I thank my God, I speak with tongues more than ye all. I think I got that entire thing wrong. So, but we don't do it anymore. How many people? Hush. I'm gonna find that verse where it says that we don't speak in tongues no more. And that's how I was taught. I could be wrong. Now that I'm reading this, I'm realizing I sound like a dope. So let's just keep reading and forget what I just said. Yet in the church I had rather speak 5 words with my understanding than by my voice I might teach others also than 10,000 words in an unknown tongue. Yeah, it's like, okay, you're speaking, what'd you say? God is great. Well, why don't you say God is great in, normal English? Well, because I wanted to. Because to me, it's more spiritual. Yeah, well, unfortunately, you're speaking in tongues and none of us are learning that God is great because you're speaking in tongues. Let's keep reading. Brethren, be not children in understanding. Howbeit in malice be ye children, but in understanding be men. That's like saying, I don't know what it's saying actually. But howbeit in malice be ye children, but in understanding be men. That's not necessarily saying like be mature, but it's just, kind of like going back to 1 Corinthians chapter 13, between verse 11 and 13, where it says, when I was a child, I spake as a child, I understood as a child, I thought as a child, and became a man, I put away childish things. Kind of like this. Anyway, I'm stopping right there. We will finish the other half tomorrow. I'm getting really tired, which is why I'm really bouncy, because I'm just I'm shutting down. Alright, you guys, I love you, and good night. 9 minutes!